Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. My name is Karis. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. I have the essential 7 cosmic powers that the universe wants you to know for our new week ahead in astrology, beginning Sunday, July 27th through Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Let's journey together through the cosmos and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. Sunday, the Sun's Day, July 27th. Your essential cosmic power number 1 is to rejuvenate, replenish your emotions, bring your emotional body back into balance. We are starting off the week with the moon in always working, always worrying Virgo. The moon in Virgo is making a friendly sextile aspect of opportunity to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. These are nice healing elements with the moon in Earth blending with water, Cancer. Also, the moon sextile Jupiter today is the only aspect we're having with the moon until Monday. It's not a moon void, of course. It's just that the moon is making this beautiful healing energy, and then the moon is just resting for the rest of the day. Now, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is retrograde, as we know, now in Leo. So when the mind keeps going around and around, the same thing keeps returning to the same, especially matters of the heart, because Mercury in Leo rules over matters of the heart and romance. This is a day for rest, recreation. Jupiter exalted in Cancer is home, family, good food, and comfort. The other thing with the Jupiter exalted in Cancer is that Jupiter rules over publicity, news, social media. The moon in Virgo, ruled by Mercury, needs a mental rest from it all as much as the physical, emotional rest, because when you're constantly on your phone, on social, this is the Jupiter over the top in Cancer, when you are constantly watching and listening to news that tends to be disaster, frightening, scary kind of news, then give yourself a break from social media and your phone. It can throw your emotions out of balance when you're feeling drained, depleted emotionally because of the news and things on social media. So try to put it aside. And these days, turning off your phone and social for an hour or 2 hours, that's a very big deal, because people tend to be plugged into what's going on in the news and social 24/7. It really is a day, as we are starting off the week with the moon, which is what you need, what you're hungry for, making this beautiful. It's a sextile aspect that's positive to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. Give yourself a break. It is Sunday. Traditionally, that was a day of rest anyway, but this is a day when you're feeling that your emotions are just too drained and depleted for a variety of different things. Jupiter exalted in Cancer can be different things going on in the family, and there's something always going on, but the basic cosmic energy today is just rejuvenate and replenish your feelings and bring your emotional body, this is also the moon, back into balance. Monday, the Moon's Day, July 28th, your essential cosmic power number 2. Know that the grass is not greener on the other side. Very often, the grass on the other side is poison and can be quite damaging. We still have the moon in Virgo today, making a square aspect to Venus in Gemini, both Virgo and Gemini ruled by Mercury, with Mercury retrograde. The mutable signs of the zodiac, Virgo and Gemini, they're mutable, they're restless. There's always, what's the next thing? It's the tension of the opposite. So the mutable signs of the zodiac tend to always be looking elsewhere for something else and can have the tendency of, well, is the grass greener on the other side? Now, the moon in Virgo, which is what you need, is making a square aspect to the love planet, Venus, love, relationship, marriage. The moon in Virgo can have a tendency with Mercury retrograde to not only overthink things, but can begin to find fault, to nitpick. Virgo has very high standards of work and perfection. So this dissatisfaction feeling with the moon square Venus in your relationship can be a tendency, if we're not aware, to start looking and thinking as far as, well, is the grass greener on the other side? No, that's a dangerous place to be when you start to feel and look that way with your mind and your heart. How to work with this cosmic power is to stay present, get your mind in the present, and also always appreciation and gratitude, because what a gift and a blessing is when someone loves us. They just love you. That is a gift. So instead of putting your attention and worrying about someone else's garden, grow and nurture your own love garden. Water, take care of it, nurture it, and most of all, always, with everything in life, but with this aspect today, appreciate what a blessing it is in life. It's not an entitlement, it's a blessing when somebody loves us. Along with the moon square Venus today, we have Venus in Gemini making a sextile aspect to Chiron in Aries. The moon makes a conjunction to Mars. This can be quite irritable. The moon in Virgo makes an inconjunct aspect of adjustment to Chiron in Aries. The Moon-Mars conjunction in Virgo is irritable. Also take a look at the stomach area with the Moon-Mars conjunction. The moon rules over digestion and the stomach. And the aspects to Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, from Venus and the moon. This is about taking a look at yourself, why you may be feeling irritable, bored, and restless on your own instead of projecting it onto the person that loves you. Tuesday, Mars's Day, July 29th, your essential cosmic power number 3. Chemistry cannot be faked. Chemistry is either there or it's not there. We also can't hide energy. The moon is in Libra today, ruled by Venus, making a friendly sextile positive aspect to the sun in fixed fire Leo, which rules over the heart. The blending of air and fire, Venus and the sun. This is a chemistry that works. It's a chemistry and energy that is harmonious, involving the sun and the moon, the two lights, the luminaries, the masculine, the feminine, the inner and the outer. So chemistry, when it is good, we feel it, we know it. It's like this. Have you ever been with someone and it just feels good to be in their energy? You're not struggling, you're not forcing, you're not trying to make it work. It's a feeling of relaxation. It's a feeling of pleasure. We just like the person. And this is for love, business, friendship, all different kinds of relationships. The energy, the chemistry cannot be faked. It's also not a personal thing. In the astrology alchemy, if we try to blend elements that are combustible and there's an explosion, it's not personal. It's just that the energy doesn't blend harmoniously. And because energy doesn't and can't lie, we can't hide if the chemistry, the energy is there or not there. Sooner or later, especially if you're with someone in a small space, the energy cannot be faked. It's either there or not there. We also have today the moon in Libra making an air trine flow to Uranus in Gemini, in opposition to Saturn in Aries, in opposition to Neptune in Aries. Then the moon in Libra makes an air trine flow to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, a sextile to Mercury retrograde in Leo, and the moon in Aries will close out the day with a square to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. The moon in cardinal air Libra today, ruled by Venus, making all of these aspects to the different planets and elements, is wanting to enter a new chapter, a new time in your life where there is peace, harmony, and the blending of right energies and chemistry. Because Libra is a cardinal air sign of the zodiac with the moon, which is what we need emotionally, this initiation of wanting harmony in communication, to be heard, to listen, to have pleasant, beautiful communication meaning to commune, to connect. This is the moon's desire in Venus-ruled Libra, searching and asking the question, with Mercury retrograde, is the chemistry really there? Or am I trying to force something that just isn't there? Libra does have a tendency to stay too long in a situation trying to make peace when it is really time to end it and move on. Because if there is no chemistry, that means there is no love. And where there is no love, leave. Wednesday, Mercury's Day, July 30th, your essential cosmic power, number 4. Pay attention to all the little details because little things can mean so much. Today we have our Queen of Heaven, the jewel in the night sky, Venus, entering the sublime placement of Cancer. Venus in Cancer is enchanting. Venus in Cancer knows all of the little small touches that mean so much. Cancer is, I feel, it has emotional memory. Cancer is a sign that also rules over memories. It's very emotionally aware and attentive. Cancer cares. So when someone cares enough to remember and gift you with the small things that mean so much, that make your heart smile, that make your heart feel happy. We never know what someone is going through in their life. And when someone cares enough to remember, oh, that's their favorite flower, that's their favorite whatever, paying attention to the little details that can mean so much, whether someone is going through a good time or a more difficult time in life. This Venus in Cancer is very caring and aware of what pleases a person. It is a beautiful placement to have Venus in the sign of emotional caring and attentiveness. Now, along with the Venus in Cancer, we also have Chiron, the wounded healer, stationing retrograde. So when we look at Chiron, the wounded healer, stationing retrograde, along with Venus entering cardinal water Cancer, this is to look at and to feel into where the original woundedness, this is a Chiron going retrograde in Aries, where and how the original woundedness in connection to what made you happy as a child. What did you just love? It pleased you for whatever reason. Where and how and if. Was that a wound in your life? Because Venus in Cancer is also ruled by the moon. Memories, the nurturing mom, home and family, the past. It's very sentimental. So the Venus entering Cancer is not only a beautiful placement in the present, to pay attention to little things that can mean so much to a person, and also know what are those little things that mean so much to you, that make your heart happy. Along with Chiron about to go retrograde, this is also going back and healing by giving yourself, pleasing your inner child, the things that make your inner child happy. Do this for yourself. If you had to give up a class, a toy, whatever it may be, this is the healing of the old wound, which is trying to fill yourself up with the Venus in Cancer connected to this, with the things that you love and make your heart smile. Thursday, Jupiter's Day, July 31st, your essential cosmic power, number 5. Know that you are lovable. Today we have the moon in its fall placement of fixed water Scorpio ruled by Mars. The moon and Scorpio can be a tendency to be really hard on yourself, to beat yourself up and feel down on yourself because of the false belief that you are not lovable, that you are not worthy of love. That is a lie. Now the moon in its fall placement of Scorpio makes a water trine flow to Venus now in Cancer, which is all about the love and the comfort and the nurturing of yourself, being a great parent to yourself, being a fabulous mom to yourself. This is the Venus in Cancer. So when you tell yourself until you really own it, embrace it, that of course you are worthy of love. You are love, period. That original brainwashing and socialization that you're not lovable, that has to go. And this is an ultimate cosmic power, essential cosmic power. Everything in our life springs from, grows from the deep-rooted belief that you are worthy and lovable or not. Now, the moon in Scorpio today also makes an inconjunct aspect to Uranus and Gemini, an inconjunct aspect to Saturn in Aries, which is its fall placement, and where the adults were not responsible to teach you, to show you that you are lovable. Moon in Scorpio also makes an inconjunct aspect to Neptune in Aries, which is follow your dream, whatever it may be, your vision, fantasy for the future, because there are still cultures today where certain kinds of music, dance, what it is that you're truly interested in, that can be blocked and frowned upon even today as I record this podcast. But your inner child loves it, needs it, and is worthy and lovable enough to embrace and have it. The moon in Scorpio makes a square aspect to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So what is the emotional moon in Scorpio squaring off with a certain kind of mindset where it wasn't approved of what it is that you loved and felt passionate about? Also, there's great awareness today, because we do have the sun in Leo making a conjunction with Mercury retrograde in Leo. This is where the light of the sun, the awareness, the consciousness of the sun lights up your mind. And your heart, Leo rules over the heart with the knowing of, oh, that's why I didn't feel lovable, good enough to have the things that your heart truly loves and wants. Friday, Venus's Day, August 1st, your essential cosmic power, number 6, no emotional spending. Leave the cash, the credit cards, leave the big time money at home. What's happening here is we still have the moon in its fall placement of Scorpio, which is a merged money sign. Debt, credit card, taxes, inheritance. The moon in Scorpio is making a water trine flow to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So with this water trine flow, it is easy to overspend big, buy a big ticket item that you really don't need, because the moon in Scorpio is bringing up these feelings of not only feeling good about yourself, but a void, an emotional void that needs to be filled. Moon in Scorpio is in its fall, and Jupiter exalted in Cancer is more than happy to buy something big time to try to fill that emotional need. This is a lot of water, the element of water, which is quite addictive, with the moon in Scorpio making water trine flows to Venus and Jupiter, the greater and lesser benefics. Now, I find it interesting that the moon in Scorpio is making a water trine flow to Venus on Jupiter's day, Thursday, and then a water trine flow to Jupiter on Venus's day, Friday. The greater and lesser benefics, Venus and Jupiter, they are trying to help you out. So just be aware as a cosmic energy and power that the tendency to get addicted to the wrong kind of love, the wrong kind of taking chances, Jupiter in spending, this is an awareness to always be aware, but especially with the moon making these water trine flows to Venus and Jupiter in Cancer. There are many and much healthier ways to fill the emotional void that you are trying to fill. Just remember, the moon, the inner child, doesn't reach for a drink or an addiction when you're a baby. It reaches for something that makes you feel happy and healthy. Saturday, Saturn's day, August 2nd, your essential cosmic power, number 7. Know that it is okay to care. Feel your feelings. Venus in Cancer today, that cares so much and then some, is making an inconjunct aspect of frustration and adjustments to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Aquarius is Mr. Spock, logic, the mind. Just give me the facts and the information. Aquarius is the sign that corresponds to the dead of winter, ice. Aquarius can detach and just want to know what are the cold, hard facts. And there are times in life when the cold, logical, hard facts are necessary in certain situations. If you want a clear diagnosis from a doctor, we want the facts, the information, not the emotion in that moment. But with Venus making an inconjunct to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, this is Venus, you trying to talk yourself out of, trying to see the logic, the rationale in what your true feelings are. Just feel your feelings and know that it is good, it is okay to care. Think about what the world would be like if nobody cared, if no one had that emotion behind caring for something or someone. It doesn't mean act on your emotions, but it just means to be aware of how you feel and that it is okay to care. Also this Saturday, as we close out the week, we have Mars in its joy in Virgo, making an inconjunct aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, ruled by Mars. The moon is still in Scorpio, making an inconjunct aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, ruled by Mars. This is the cutting away, the getting rid of what is not authentic to you. The moon in Scorpio then makes a friendly aspect of opportunity to Mars in its joy in Virgo, Mars going with Scorpio. This is a nice clearing away and getting rid of and purifying, releasing what is not authentic to you. It just happens naturally that when we clear away the emotional clutter that is a block, then we are opening up the space to let what it is that you truly love and care about come in. Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous week. I will see you all in the stars.